Welcome to BCN's Weather Center. Let's tell you about what's going on weather-wise across the nation today. We got started out with a frontal system early this morning, crossed over Abaco and Grand Bahama, making its way into the nation's capital and into the southern Bahamas by the end of the day. Frontal system lies between the northeast Providence Channel, and it brought with it some light sprinkles just before dawn. The streets are still wet early this morning as this frontal system moves through. It will also clear the air, and we're looking for some pretty beautiful conditions after its passage. Let's show you how the system has been moving over the past several hours. For the last 12 hours, you can see its motion from northwest to southeast and making its way right across Abaco and Grand Bahama in the wee hours of the morning, and then heading towards Eleuthera, Spanish Wells, and Bryland before 8 o'clock this morning, crossing Nassau before 8 this morning, and continuing into the southern Bahamas. It's clearing the air. Look at the clouds. It's just breaking right off at the northern Bahamas. Most of the activity with this frontal system remains up to the north and northeast of us, and nothing down south. So it's not a rainmaker. It's just going to dip the temperatures just briefly, and then it'll bounce back up over the next day or so. Bring it a little closer to you. Look at it. Just a few streams of clouds following this frontal system as it moves towards the southeast. No area of serious precipitation. We've got a stray prefrontal shower between Eleuthera and Cat Island. Frontal shower of prefrontal showers, light just across the nation's capital and over near North Exuma and into South Cat Island. Again, as the day progresses, these will get less and less as that front goes south. The winds will be northwest to north 10 knots over most of the Bahamas. Southern Bahamas ahead of the front down in Exuma this morning. Long Island, you'll see 15 to 20 knots from the southeast and south. But once that front goes through, the winds will let down. North Abaco, Cooperstown, you will see 15 to 20 knots from the northwest. Wind slightly higher in your conditions, and the wave actions are also much higher as well. You'll see these winds in Baker's Bay, at Guana Key, Green Turtle Key, where you'll see 15 to 20 today, while we here in Central and South Abaco should have around 10 knots, all the way down to, again, into the northern Exumas. But south of Exuma, you'll have 15 to 20. Daytime high temperatures ranging in the mid to upper 70s. During the day, nighttime low in the mid to low 60s as we look at what's happening as a result of the front. It's not cooling down, does not have a serious cooling down effect, but it will be noticeable compared to yesterday, with Abaco 75 in the day, 66 at night. The nation's capital 79 and 66. Grand Bahama 73 and 62. And Eleuthera and then southern Bahamas. The forecast for tomorrow, the front would continue to move south. It should be south of the Bahamas, and very, very weak as it begins to dissipate slowly, not completely dissipating before Thursday, as the second frontal system that you see over Dallas will continue to move southeast towards the Bahamas. Wednesday's winds picks up a little bit, 10 to 15 knots from the northeast over all of the nation, from Abaco to Great Inagua and Meguana. Tomorrow evening, again, you'll see the front that was at Dallas is now over approaching Alabama and the Georgia area. This front will be fast moving and will be into the Bahamas by Friday. So we should get some showers with this. It'll be a weak front as it gets to our area. Thursday, look for 10 to 15 knots, east-southeast. North Abaco's winds will be slightly higher, 15 to 20 from the south-southwest in advance of that frontal system. Again, there'll be the course of the day, 10 to 15 knots over the entire nation. Friday, winds fall off 10 knots north-northeast. The northern Bahamas, you'll get, that's northern Abaco, Little Abaco, and beyond, you'll get 15 to 20 knots. 27 north is the divide line for the purpose of this forecast. Southern Bahamas should have 10 knots from the northeast, and from the nation's capital also down to the southern Bahamas, 10 knots. Take a look at your boating forecast. 4 to 6 foot seas over most of the northern Bahamas, 10 knots from the northwest and north. Some swells occurring. The southern Bahamas, 15 to 20 knots, southeast to south, 4 to 6 foot seas. High tides at 11:57 a.m., low at 5:38, and high in the evening at 11:49 p.m. North Abaco's winds will be 15 to 20 knots from the west-northwest. 7 to 10 foot seas offshore around Whale Key. Exercise caution. You'll have some ocean swells occurring in the extreme northern Bahamas. That's a look at your weather. Brought to you by our partners at Sky Bahamas Limited. When I fly with Sky.